Meet Sakurai, a certified ugly loser deluxe edition. Man wasted his college years gaming like a hermit because his face looked like a jump scare in a horror movie. But destiny, or rather anime logic, decided to ruin bless his life when a short loli with weapons of mass distraction showed up. Yep, this story begins on the first day of his second year when he ran into Uzaki, his junior from high school. Now Uzaki, aka Watermelon Ambassador, pulled up looking like she was smuggling twin planets under her shirt. And she was way too hyped to see this waste of oxygen. She asked if he'd join the swimming club. Bro tried to act ambitious, saying he'd explore new horizons. Spoiler, his new horizon was just different benches on campus, where he sat around like a homeless NPC. Fast forward a year, he's still a degenerate background character, so Uzaki decided to save him from his own loser aura. She rushed him after class, only for our hero to scare the life out of random girls by existing.
It's really him. It's really him. You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Uzaki crashes into him like a low-budget anime cutscene, and when he complained about her hitting him with her bags, she roasted him for being lonely again. Of course, Sakurai, professional trash can that he is, told her to buzz off, but Uzaki's persistence is built different. She tailed him, claimed she was free, and basically forced herself into his schedule like a virus. When he tried ignoring her, she screamed in public, making him look like a scumbag in multiple languages. Our boy's reputation was already garbage, but Uzaki buried it 6 feet deeper. At the cinema, Uzaki caught him about to watch a movie alone. Pathetic. She dragged him inside, mocking him for having only a backpack named Beyond as his date.
So, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
She wouldn't shut up, so he regretted letting her live exist. She even admitted she was planning to stalk him in case he bought dirty DVDs.
Bruh.
For punishment, he pinched her nose like an angry stepdad. They finally watched a movie, but Uzaki picked one he had already seen. Tragic. On the way back, she dragged him into an electronics shop where she hopped on a massage chair, claiming her WMDs, weapons of mass destruction, gave her back pain. Then she started moaning in public. Yup, Man was forced to sit there while her melons wobbled like an earthquake drill. Her shirt even had "so big" written in English. Then came VR gaming. Uzaki went full demon mode, screaming like a Twitch streamer, until she clocked Sakurai with the controller. When he tried, the evil receptionist put him in a jump scare simulator, where he freaked out like a toddler and grabbed Uzaki's chest.
Yeah, boy.
Thinking it was a jellyfish. Yes, my guy went from loser to hentai protagonist in 0.2 seconds. Later, he hit the batting cages. Correction, he missed every single hit like his father missed every parent-teacher meeting. Uzaki roasted him so bad she insulted 3 generations of his bloodline. When she tried, she twisted herself into a pretzel and blamed him for her L. Dinner time. Uzaki devoured food like a starving goblin, stole his share, and still convinced the chef to hand out freebies, then ate those too. Sakurai? Man didn't even get a crumb. Peak loser energy. Next day, she showed up again, loudly announcing her back still hurt from what they did yesterday. The crowd, of course, assumed the worst. Even an ugly cat pulled up just to witness his humiliation. So one day at the cafe where Sakurai the NPC worked, his boss was bragging about how reliable and well-mannered he was. Cue irony, because seconds later, our boy let out a blood-curdling scream. Why? Because the plague itself, Uzaki-chan, the human earthquake, found out where he worked. Sakurai begged her to leave his sacred wage slave temple, but Uzaki doesn't respect boundaries. She spread her chaotic aura so hard that even the cafe owner went into hiding like it was a zombie outbreak. Then she introduced herself, only for the old man to assume she was a middle schooler. Big mistake. Uzaki went feral, while Sakurai roasted her height, saying even Kevin Hart had her beat by a few inches. But then the owner noticed her assets. Suddenly, middle school? Nah. Man's whole worldview got patch upgraded the moment he spotted her wonderful cocoa melons. Sakurai tried to serve her normally, but Uzaki demanded first-class customer service trademark, and when he refused, she jokingly asked his boss to cut his pay. Bro was out here getting ratioed by his own junior in the workplace. He finally explained he wasn't used to serving people he knew. Uzaki asked if he treated everyone like that, and he hit her with, "No, you're special. That's why I treat you like trash." For a moment, she almost fell for this discount anime protagonist charm, until she realized it was just another insult. Naturally, she mocked his 5-star service anyway. He finally snapped and threw her out of the cafe like yesterday's leftovers. The boss, Sebastian, wasn't blind. He saw their weird chemistry and straight up sent Sakurai home early, basically forcing him to go deal with Uzaki's chaos instead of working. Poor man can't catch a break. The next day, Sakurai encountered his natural enemy, a cat. He froze up, hands out, praying it would let him pet it. Spoiler, it didn't. Uzaki showed up, casually stole the spotlight, and the cat actually let her pet it, because apparently she's pure. Unlike Sakurai, whose hands reeked of virgin despair. Sakurai even fantasized about petting her cats at home. Yes, cats. But his virgin brain went into overdrive as usual. Then a bike startled the cat and it ran off. Uzaki tried chasing it, only to faceplant into a bush and get stuck. When Sakurai showed up, he was greeted with a full view of her rice cakes. And this idiot actually said, "Put that away," then smacked them shit like it was a car trunk. While trying to pull her out, he managed to tangle them both up into a sus position, like when an Excalibur explores a dungeon to release some protein shake. Some random girls walked by, saw the scene, and screamed like they just witnessed a live felony. Congratulations, Sakurai, your public image is now irrecoverable. Later, at the cafeteria, Uzaki joined him again. Sakurai was still so traumatized he couldn't look her in the eye, but she broke the ice, acting like he had invited her for lunch. He claimed he was meeting a friend, and Uzaki immediately exposed his lie, because, let's face it, this man has 0 friends. Even when they sat apart, Uzaki kept signaling him like a cracked mime until she finally texted him directly. Their conversation was just her roasting him non-stop while her noodles went cold. That evening, Sakurai tried to enjoy a peaceful shift at the cafe, but Uzaki reappeared, latching onto him like a stage 5 clinger, saying she was excited to see him. Naturally, Sakurai's virgin brain immediately misinterpreted. Nope, she just wanted him to help with her essay. He refused, so she begged, loudly enough that Sebastian, the wingman boss, gave Sakurai time off. Bro was basically forced into a free tutoring session. Sebastian even served them tea just to watch the chaos unfold like it was reality TV. During homework time, Uzaki randomly asked to see Sakurai's apartment. He panicked, explaining he already had enough pests to deal with and didn't need one more. Uzaki, completely unfazed, offered to cook for him and even sleep over. Man short-circuited so hard his testosterone nearly staged a coup and Jis Excalibur was ready to unsheath. Uzaki, of course, was oblivious. Enter Ami, Sebastian's daughter, cafe waitress. While Sakurai was busy being a hardworking NPC, Ami was drooling over his collarbone like it was a 5-star meal. Girl looked like she was one step away from licking the man through his uniform. But here's the kicker. Sakurai's accidental rizz aura started pulling in female customers. The second he mentioned he used to swim, Ami nearly stripped him down with her eyes, wishing she had X-ray vision. Thankfully, Dad Sebastian pulled her back to reality before she started dungeon exploration. And just when the thirst was reaching dangerous levels, boom, Uzaki spawns in like a final boss. Ami's first reaction, who the hell is this short stack with the Galaxy Melons flirting with my NPC crush? Sakurai introduced her as a fellow college student, which blew Ami's mind. Meanwhile, Uzaki turned on her kitty eye charm and Ami was like, oh no, she's kinda cute. Then she noticed Uzaki's cocoa melons flattening the cafe table like WMDs and nearly lost all self-control. Uzaki proudly announced her mission to save Sakurai's lonely life, which made Ami and Sebastian exchange a knowing glance. They both agreed. Time to sit back and enjoy the chaos like it's free Netflix. Of course, things escalated. Uzaki bumped into Sakurai while he was refilling her glass, spilling water everywhere and ending up on his lap. She complained about being wet.
What do you mean by that?
While he sat there dying of secondhand embarrassment. Next day, Uzaki returned only to find Sakurai was out sick with a cold. Her reaction, why is this hot guy so weak? And like the parasite she is, She tracked him to his house. Sakurai opened the door, ready to tell her off, but collapsed like the frail loser he is. Uzaki tucked him in and raided his kitchen, only to discover his house was emptier than his love life.
Stop it. Get some help.
So she went full-on grocery shopping spree and whipped up a gourmet meal. Naturally, she tried to feed him like a baby bird, but he refused. When she asked if it tasted good, he hit her with, "My taste buds are like a dirty rug." Wow, peak romance. Uzaki, crushed, decided he smelled like a damp grandma sock and literally forced him to strip so she could wipe him down. Meanwhile, Sakurai's brain was short-circuiting at her jiggle physics. While the neighborhood cat looked in like, "Damn, wish that were me." After food and meds, Sakurai tried to kick her out, but Uzaki refused. He actually thanked her before passing out like the weakling he is. 2 hours later, she woke him up. To make him clear a video game level, he told her to go home with the console. Respectfully, she's robbing this man blind. Flash forward, Sakurai hosted a barbecue with Sebastian, Ami, and Uzaki. Uzaki hogged the food, while Sebastian and Ami just sat back, watching their rom-com experiment unfold. Sebastian even asked Sakurai how things went with Uzaki that night. Sakurai gave a depressing loner speech about wanting to avoid troubling her. The adults immediately agreed. These clueless idiots need to be cooked until they're edible. And then came the hypnosis arc. Uzaki pulled out a coin, claiming she'd hypnotize him. Spoiler, hypnosis wasn't working, but Sakurai remembered how she cared for him when he was sick, so he played along. He pretended to get sleepy, and Uzaki, bless her rock for brain innocence, thought she was a certified hypnotist. She asked him to call her by her first name, Hannah. You'd think it was simple. Nope. Sakurai choked harder than at the batting cages.
honey.
違うっすよ
honey.
違う
honey.
じゃなく
Making up names until he finally stammered it out. Uzaki was so happy she made him repeat it endlessly, while onlookers collectively vowed to never fall in love again. She then started using her powers to demand snacks, gadgets, and even a VR set. Sakurai finally smacked her forehead and revealed he was faking the whole time, like your girl every night. Uzaki, salty, scolded him for being casual with Ami, but not with her. Sakurai apologized and begged her to drop the first name thing. He even started messing with the coin, calling it an outdated trick, only for Uzaki to actually go blank and turn into a vegetable. Bro panicked, realizing he might have just bricked his one and only friend. A few days before Golden Week, Sakurai got time off from the cafe. Finally, some peace. So what did our boy do? He binged video games like a shut-in goblin for 2 days straight. Just as he was about to beat the boss, ding dong, doorbell. Translation, Uzaki has arrived to ruin his Solitude side quest. She barged in and dragged him outside to play D-Ramon Go, the anime knockoff of Pokemon Go. Sakurai admitted he had the app, but never played because, well, he's a professional loner. Uzaki roasted him as usual and even caught the creepy neighborhood cat in-game, while Sakurai, as always, only found gorillas. My man couldn't escape monkey RNG if his life depended on it. Uzaki suggested glasses to fix his gorilla vision, and they ran into Ami at the store. Uzaki made Ami his assistant, but instead the girls tag-teamed him into becoming their personal glasses model clown. They slapped every frame on his face, roasted his looks, and even made him pose with his mouth wide open like a deranged Pokemon. Sakurai's patience deleted. His dignity never existed. On the train ride home, the RNG torture continued. Uzaki kept catching cute cats, while Sakurai pulled nothing but giga gorillas. Then fate rolled a natural one. The train got packed, a gorilla-looking dude shoved in, and Sakurai had to shield Uzaki from being squished. His hands landed on her airbags of mass destruction. Instant embarrassment. Our boy panicked so hard he tried distracting himself by staring at a supermodel. His heart went into overdrive, so he started meditating like a fake monk. Uzaki tried talking to him, but he was too busy pretending the blue sky existed. By the time they reached their stop, man literally passed out, standing like a useless statue. Next day, he told Sebastian what happened. Sebastian nearly died laughing, while Sakurai begged for advice. Sebastian said, "Be free like Ami," but Ami admitted no guys ever approach her. L ratio. Later, Sakurai found Uzaki sulking because there were no holidays that month, so shockingly, he suggested they hang out. Uzaki was shook. This loner finally invited her out? Progress? Nope. He ruined the moment by saying it was Ami's idea. Uzaki Uzaki got mad, and this dense clown wondered what he did wrong. On the outing day, it rained, but Uzaki still showed up soaked like a puppy. She asked to freshen up at his place, even suggested they bathe together. Sakurai refused like the scared virgin he is. After her bath, she threw on his t-shirt, cooked dinner, and dragged him into gaming all night. Sakurai admitted it didn't hurt to be a useless student sometimes, and Uzaki clapped back, "You've always been useless." Savage. But then, plot twist. He actually had fun. Walking her home, he told her to come again. Uzaki, delighted, immediately planned to return the next day to clear the dungeon. Problem? She forgot her train pass at his place. So back they went, prolonging the cursed rom-com grind yet again. And thus, we end this saga of humiliation, thirst, and melons with one question. Will Sakurai ever stop being roasted alive, or is this his eternal anime purgatory? Anyway guys, if you enjoyed watching this clown suffer, don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment roasting Sakurai harder than Uzaki ever could, and of course subscribe for more unholy anime recaps. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next disaster.